The Electrical Trades Union is meeting hundreds of workers affected by the collapse of Hastie Group. Hastie went into voluntary administration yesterday, putting 2,700 jobs at risk and leaving workers without access to their entitlements or unemployment benefits. Reporter Jeff Waters is at the meeting in North Melbourne. So, Jeff, what's the message from the union?
Well, there are mixed messages this afternoon, Ros, as a result of this meeting. It was originally called so that the union could explain to its members that they'd be challenging the layoffs in Fair Work Australia, because these workers, hundreds of them, have all been kept in limbo. They haven't actually been laid off. They've just been stood down without pay initially. So that means that they won't be paid and they can't apply for unemployment benefits. But as the meeting was about to begin, they took a phone call from the receivers who said that they would offer redundancies to all these unionists in particular. So they're not quite sure at the moment. They're yet to announce whether or not they will still be going to Fair Work Australia to challenge the layoffs or not. They have had a big long meeting about it anyway. They're inside at the moment discussing what to do before their press conference. But the meeting was taken by the union official Dean Miles, and when it opened he certainly wasn't happy with the situation.
I think the situation you guys have been put in is an absolute disgrace. You deserve better, and the management of the Hastie Group has failed you. I've had about 5 or 6 phone calls from builders and head contractors that are hiring water saying, Dean, we're very happy to take the boys on in our crew. So we're going to have to work through job by job to ensure we maximise every possible job for you that we can.
So, Jeff, the government says it'll try and help, but what can it do?
Well, according to the Workplace Relations Minister, Bill Shorten, he has the discretion to help these workers financially, but only when the company is declared in liquidation, which is that step where they decide to break it up and sell it effectively, and then the government can step in with some financial help. He said he's waiting for that phone call so that he can make that decision, and he spoke to the media a little earlier, and here's some of what he had to say.
It is certainly my aim to make sure people are not kept in purgatory for 28 days, but it's moving fast, and I know that there's a lot of people trying to work on this. At the end of the day, these workers are skilled, they're caught up in circumstances beyond their control, and I know that the jobs they do in many cases are still necessary for construction projects to get completed.
And any word from the company, from Hastie itself, briefly, Jeff?
No, nothing so far. These electrical workers were employed by a company called Waters, which was part of the group. They certainly aren't blaming Waters, they're blaming Hastie, but we haven't yet heard on anything that parent company intends to do, Ros.
All right, Jeff, thank you.